Good evening to all. Today's our topic is overview of cirrhosis of liver. Before proceeding to our topic, I would like to share one news or image related to our topic. This is an image or the news of 2018. It was published in Times of India. Cirrhosis on upswing. It is here you can see 10 lakh cirrhosis patients newly diagnosed every year in India. There are a lot of transplants going on. There are a lot of liver disease. There are a lot of failures. There are a lot of successes. Everything is happening in this field of hepatology, in the field of uh, hepatobiliary diseases. In 2001, worldwide mortality from cirrhosis estimated at 7.7 lakh. So this is a study of US. It was published. The findings were 65% rise in deaths due to cirrhosis in 2016, so and so 34,174. So there is ample number of ample scope in this field, in this area. So we'll now proceed to our topic. What is meant by cirrhosis? Firstly, I had explained briefly in my previous lectures, one or two lectures. It is irreversible diffuse fibrosis of liver with formation of regenerative nodules. Regenerative nodules are formed. It is defined by three characteristics. First is fibrosis in the form of delicate bands or broad scar or like a septum. Second is nodules containing regenerating hepatocytes. Regenerative nodules are formed. These are encircled by fibrosis with diameter where either they are so the very small or in very large, say around say in centimeters. Large nodules are formed. And third is disruption of the architecture of the entire liver. Lobular structure is getting disturbed. There is no uniformity in lobular pattern. So these are the three characteristics of cirrhosis. Here you can see one by one all three characteristics are present. This is a histopathological image. Now fibrosis in the form of delicate bands of broad scar septa. It is the key feature of progressive damage to liver. Once liver is getting fibrous, you can say the liver is your particular liver disease is getting progressed to in advanced stage. Once cirrhosis has developed, reversal is thought to be rare. Very rare chances of reversal in say around in hardly 0.001% of reversal. It is called as compensated liver, but unfortunately, it is a very rare thing. Liver fibrosis, it is as a result of fibrosis, vascular architecture is reorganized due to parenchymal damage. Reorganized means their vascular say arterial pattern was a venous pattern gets reorganized, shunts are formed, and in my earlier I think in clinical presentation I had told about shunting pattern or collateral pattern. That time I told about diagnostic tab in ascitic fluid. It is a simple procedure. It is hardly a procedure of minute or two, but I don't prefer to do in my clinic. I send to pathological lab or hepatologist for bed. If something goes wrong, because collaterals are formed, something goes wrong, massive bleeding starts immediately, and that will not be controlled in my hand. So it is not, though it is a simple procedure, not to be taken very leniently. With their parenchymal damage, with the formation of abnormal interconnections between vascular inflow and hepatic vein flow outflow channels. So there is compression of sinusoids and central venules, reduction in the number of functional sinusoids, and increase in hydrostatic pressure in portal vein. So these are the characteristics of liver fibrosis. You can visualize this what the phenomenon might be going in the liver fibrosis. There is nodularity, regenerative nodules are formed, uh, fibrotic changes for then abnormal liver architecture, hepatocyte abnormalities, pleomorphism, dysplasia, hyperplasia will not go in the depth of hepatocyte abnormalities. Then there is gross pathology like irregular surface, yellowish color, small form. These are gross pathology. This is the gross pathology, and these hepatocyte abnormalities can be seen on histopathology. So there is a classification of cirrhosis on the basis of morphological and etiological. Morphological, as we have seen, this micronodular, macronodular, and sometimes mixed. If those are less than 3 millimeter, then they are called as micronodular. If those are nodules are more than 3 millimeter, then macronodular. And etiological factors: alcoholic cirrhosis, post-necrotic cirrhosis, biliary cirrhosis, pigment cirrhosis. There are n number of etiological factors in liver for cirrhosis in liver diseases. If no etiological factor is found, then it is called as cryptogenic cirrhosis. Cirrhosis in non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, cardiac cirrhosis. Indian childhood cirrhosis is very common in our country. It is called, disease name itself is Indian childhood cirrhosis. Cirrhosis in autoimmune hepatitis, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. Now classification again in the same way on the regenerative nodule, morphological and underlying etiology. So alcoholic major percentage is alcoholic liver disease in our country, even worldwide, 60 to 70%. Viral hepatitis, around 10%. B and C, hepatitis B and hepatitis C, primarily. Biliary diseases, primary hemochromatosis. Wilson disease and alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency are rare. If Wilson disease is, if cirrhosis is because of Wilson disease, then it usually gets in adulthood, very rarely in childhood, because it gets doesn't reach in the either it goes in results in death or getting cured. Then cryptogenic cirrhosis in 10% people. Classification again: cirrhosis developing in infants and children because of galactosemia and tyrosinosis, drug-induced cirrhosis. Severe fibrosis can occur in the setting of cardiac disease. There is congestive cardiac failure. There is a congestive hepatopathy is formed. In some cases, there is no cause, and these are referred to as cryptogenic cirrhosis. those are their percentage is also around 10% in total scenario. Once cirrhosis is established, it is usually impossible to establish an etiological diagnosis on morphological grounds alone. You have to go retrospectively towards etiological factor, right from your CBC, LFT, and other investigation part and positive factors. You have to go in retrospectively in every aspect. If cirrhosis is found, only basis of morphological or histopathology, it is impossible. It only shows the cirrhosis is formed. Cirrhosis is there. Etiological factor, these are why hepatitis B, C, alcoholic liver disease, autoimmune, again the same thing. Hemochromatosis, Wilson disease, granulomatous disease, typhoglycogen storage disease, drug-induced liver diseases, alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, Budd-Chiari syndrome, cardiac cirrhosis, chronic right-sided heart failure, tricuspid regurgitation. These are all etiological factors of cirrhosis. On the basis of pathological classification, these are 5 types: alcoholic cirrhosis, post-necrotic cirrhosis, biliary cirrhosis, cardiac cirrhosis, and non-specific metabolic cirrhosis related to GI gastrointestinal diseases. This is a cirrhosis, cirrhotic liver. This is a nutmeg liver, usually seen in congestive hepatopathy, right-sided heart failure, or tricuspid regurgitation. It is in nutmeg liver. This is micronodular cirrhosis. This is macronodular cirrhosis. This is alcoholic hepatitis and cirrhosis. Now, clinical features. All usually it is clinically silent, but not necessarily it is always silent thing. Many a times in our OPD, specifically our OPD, when the patient comes, usually those are either in cirrhosis, it may be portal hypertension, it